Howdy. It is Friday here in Pittsburgh land, and it's approaching 11 o'clock on a Friday morning. This is a holiday weekend here in America. In the old days, they used to say it was a 3-day weekend. But I don't know what they call it now. So this was a pretty interesting week. This is, here they shifted the colors on us. We're no longer in the orange phase. We went to the yellow phase. So I went on a daring expedition in search of spices and things like that. I went out to Shady Side and got some paper products and baba ganoush and some garam masala and some, stuff like that. Other spices too. Forgot the turmeric though. Went up to the Indian store and then I got some makana so I could make roasted makanas. They're so delicious. So yeah, that was the first time I'd been out of out of my neighborhood. I live downtown Pittsburgh, so it's a little larger neighborhood, but bust out and all that stuff. So things are progressing. It's baby steps. If anybody ever saw the movie What About Bob, we learned from that movie that it's all about baby stepping, baby. That's all it is. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's happy. I hope everybody's healthy. I hope everybody's not being an asshole. There seems to be a lot of that going on still, but I guess that's a normal reaction. We're just humans. What are we supposed to do? But I've seen, and I've been touched by how many people actually have taken this seriously and have been trying to be good people and getting us through this. So hang in there, kids. It's going to be all right, So I don't have a lot to say. Today is the new moon. It's supposed to be a positive, life-affirming new moon, but let's hope that's true. Can never get too much of that stuff. And I think that's all I really, just want to say howdy to everybody. So today's poem is called Oh Calcutta. And those who can, get into the various meanings of that title, go for it. There was a time, and I guess now too, people are at home and they're unemployed and, they're doing this and they're doing that. And this poem comes from a time when I was still living in Las Vegas, and I lost my job too. I lost 2 jobs when I lived in 6 years. There was the mania of downsizing when, corporations were either closing your position and shipping them out to foreign countries, or they were just, eliminating as many jobs as they could, and consolidating. And I was caught in the crosshairs of interstate banking, and that's how I lost my thing, because I was a banker. I like banking. I lost my other bank job after that because I had too many nanograms of cannabis in my urine. Oh my God, what a terrible lad I was. So yeah, I wrote this period when I was doing that, and it was a cool period because when I was working for Bank of America and they did let us go, they gave us a severance package, and they gave you something like a month's pay for every year that you worked for them. And I'd been there 3 years, so I got 3 months pay and direct deposited every week in my account. And I didn't have to do anything except lay back and plot my next revolution. And So I was just doing nothing. And one of the things about English, the English language, is that it's different from country to country. I always enjoy talking to English people from England, because they don't speak American. And I spent more time asking people from England to translate what they're saying than other countries. But um, so this poem begins with Mother Teresa, and it ends with me having a conversation with a woman in a vitamin shop. And the word that she used was the word redundant. In England, redundant means you're on unemployment, getting some kind of, you're out of work and you're getting some kind of government money, to see you through. Here, we don't use that word redundant. Redundant means you're, just keep repeating yourself ad nauseum or something like that. Redundant. Anyway, so that's what the poem is. It's one of those wonderful poems I got to collage together, and stuff I picked up off the television when I was watching television mostly. And I thought, it'd be fun to put it in a poem. It's one of those rambling poems, so we'll jump on our Nash Ramblers and we'll have a fun read. And I always want to thank everybody who spends time, with me while I do this. So this poem is called Oh Calcutta. She saw in the disturbing appearance of the poor the face of Jesus. No frame, mutilated, but still beautiful. The greatest trick the devil ever played was making people think he exists. Who told us we were naked? I flipped the channel, and there is Jimi Hendrix singing, I Don't Live Today. In Iceland, they say they should erect a statue to the one Icelander who doesn't write poetry. Ricardo singing Havana Pete in Japanese, jamming with the trio samisen, flute, drum. That's the golden age of television. Final Jeopardy. This 1960s poet coined the phrase flower power. Who was Allen Ginsberg? Although I do believe it was Guatama, Siddharta, the Buddha, who gave a homily by holding a flower. Only one understood. Like the 350 to 750 million, representing 14 different kinds of sperm and only one conception at best. Mirrors and contraception. When asked by Major Strasse what his nationality was, Rick answered, drunkard. A person without humor causes trouble. 1607, the year of the white man in America, 390 years of our bodies dredged and drenched, filling your Webers, hawks and withers. How long has it been since they made you redundant? Asked Elizabeth in her cottage on Devon accent at the vitamin shop. So there you go, campers. Hope everybody has a great weekend. I hope everybody continues to be healthy and happy. And I'll be popping in. And I'm working on this idea to get a room, not only on this page, but on the Idiotic and Feeble-Minded Poets page, where we can get poets together to do readings and stuff like that. I hope I can figure out or get help doing it. So that's what it is. And as I always remind you, evildoers beware.